The 2021 national examination results are in, the 2021 general election candidates declaring their assets, and the Water and Sewerage Chairman Adrian Gibson under fire for some serious allegations. Good evening, everyone. I'm Tyler Simonet with your JCN News for this Monday, August 30th. It's great having you back with us. Well, the results are out. That being the national examinations that were held between May 31st, 2021 and June 25th, 2021. There has been an increase in students' performance in 20 subjects at the Bahamas General Certificate Secondary Education, or BGCSE, and 7 out of the 13 subjects for the Bahamas Junior Certificate, or BJC. This much coming from the Minister of Education, Jeffrey Lloyd, during a virtual press conference this morning. Here he is on the grades for the BJC.
Of the 9,552 BJC candidates, 1,164 of them received a grade of C or higher in 5 or more subjects. And this represents an astounding 12.19% increase, 12.19% of the overall candidature and 7.48% increase when compared to last year. Last year, it only had 1,083 candidates who obtained this distinction. This year, 1,630 candidates achieved a grade of D or above in at least 5 subjects. That represents 17.6% of the overall candidature and a 1.62 increase compared to last year's 1,604 candidates.
Now, while there has been an increase in performances, the number of candidates have decreased. In 2021, 9,552 candidates participated in the BJC, while in 2020, 10,752 participated. This represents a 9.65% decrease. The total number of grades increasing by 8.175%, with 34,585 this year compared to 31,970 last year. Mathematics and the English language were the 2 most heavily subscribed subjects. Additionally, this year, females outperformed males at all levels, having a higher percentage of A to D grades and a lower percentage of E to U grades. In the BJC, 7 subjects improved. That's technical drawing, French, English language, art and crafts study, religious study, and social studies. Moving on to the BGCSE.
This year there were 27 subjects. This resulted in 17,874 grades being awarded. This number, 17,8474, represents an increase of 18.919% when compared to 2020. Which had a total of only 15,123 grades. 5,159 candidates sat the BGC exams at 96 centers throughout the country. And 40 centers, government schools, 56 centers, were independently administered. English language and biology, mathematics, and religious studies continue to remain the subjects of choice for the vast majority of our students. Art and design, Scheme C, auto mechanics, and clothing construction remain the least subscribed.
In 2021, a total of 550 candidates received at least a grade of C in 5 or more subjects. This represents a 10.66% of the overall candidature and 50.68% increased when compared to last year. A total of 875 candidates obtained a minimum of D in at least 5 subjects. This represents 16.96% of the overall candidature and 46.32% increase when compared to last year. Similar to last year, females continue to outperform males, receiving higher percentages at A to C and lower percentages at E to U. Now all candidates looking to throw their hat in the ring for the 2021 election have had to declare their financial disclosures. Today, the numbers are published by the Parliamentary Registration Department. Here's JCN's Laurencia Smith with the details.
Well, the numbers are in. The Parliamentary Registration Department has published the financial disclosure for candidates vying for the 2021 general election set for September 16. Newcomer to politics and physician Kingdom Government Movement leader Dr. Kevin King, who is seeking to win the East Grand Bahama seat, is going into the election as the richest candidate, listed at $53,129,820. He says his assets include real estate worth $8 million and a total income of $35,000. Amongst incumbents is tourism minister and Freetown incumbent Denicio de Aguila. His net worth stands at $37,151,803. The business exec declared a total asset of $36,328,828. His annual salary stands at $1,467,988. Deputy leader of the Progressive Liberal Party, Chester Cooper, an incumbent for Exuma and Ragged Island, has listed his net worth at $14,832,892. The businessman's asset stands at $11 million and a real estate of $3 million. Prime Minister Dr. Eubin Minnis, who's looking to win the Killarney seat for the fourth time, has a net worth of $14,048,902. Making him the wealthiest leader amongst majority political parties. PLP leader Philip Davis, who is seeking to win Cat Island, Rum Key, and San Salvador, is listed his net worth at $4,100,237. Meantime, the leader of the Democratic National Alliance, Orinthia Komalafe, and Deputy Prime Minister Desmond Bannister, who is seeking the Carmichael seat, fell short of the Millionaires Club. The DNA leader's net worth stands at $64,900, and the incumbent and works minister is listed at $229,980. Amongst other Free National Movement candidates include former Minister of Health and Elizabeth incumbent Dr. Dwayne Sands, a net worth of $6,958,000. Stephen Greenstay vying for Garden Hills with a net worth of $5,743,959. Golden Gates Long Island Marathon incumbents Michael Folks, Adrian Gibson, and Ramal Ferreira all declaring $1.2 million, while PLP candidates who are among the $1 million clubs include Seabreeze hopeful Leslie Miller Bryce with $3,119,000, and PLP Freetown candidate and Queen Counsel Wayne Monroe $2,791,000, while former Senator Keith Bell declared just over $1 million. There are 3 millionaires seeking the Central and South Eleuthera seat on September 16th. The United Coalition leader Cassius Stewart is worth $3.7 million. PLP Clay Sweeting with a net worth of $3.7 million, and Alfredo Aubrey listed at $1.9 million. The constituency of Centerville also has 3 millionaires, with the independent incumbent Reese Chipman declaring a net worth of $2.2 million, and contractor Ariel Pacenti says his net worth stands at $14 million. Frederick Sawyer listed himself as a businessman with a net worth of $1.2 million. I'm Laurentia Smith for JCN News.
The Water and Sewerage Chairman's under fire surrounding a contract the corporation rewarded. With the details, we go to our Leah Cooper.
Water and Sewage Executive Chairman Adrian Gibson's firing back at what he's labeling false allegations surrounding a WSC contract awarded to a company purportedly co-owned by his fiancée. Leaked documents making its rounds on social media reveal that the company, Elite Maintenance, received a series of payments totaling over $500,000 between December 2019 and February 2021. Another leaked document indicates that a ground maintenance contract was issued to Elite Maintenance Limited for $4,700 per month on October 2018. In 2020, the Blue Hill low-level tank contract was issued to Elite Management by Executive Chairman Gibson, who in turn subcontracted to other companies. All contracts were allegedly awarded without a formal bid for over $200,000. Gibson explained in a statement issued yesterday that a few years ago, WSC issued cleaning memorandums for the provision of monthly yard cleaning and ground maintenance services to more than a dozen vendors, including one legally represented by an attorney. He says that attorney was, quote, legally authorized to act on the company's behalf, but did not solicit any contract on behalf of the company, as she was engaged by private individuals, and it was upon that basis that the corporation interacted with her He also notes that the attorney later indicated that she was no longer authorized to act on behalf of the company and that it was not until a later date that the company in question submitted a bid as per the normal contracting process, during which it was found to be among the 3 lowest who were ultimately given work. He added that the leak falsified and misidentified documents and information disseminated on social media are attacking him and private citizens. It is disgusting, he says, that politics has sunk into this level. However, he says he's undeterred in his pursuit of a second term of service to his constituents so that he can continue to advocate on their behalf. WSC General Manager Elwood Donaldson Jr. in a separate statement says that the information was being completely misrepresented and is laden with falsehoods and absolute lies. He said WSC has at no time issued bids for painting of works, but clarified contracts were split between the 3 lowest bidders for painting, repair, and upgrading of water tanks. Reporting for JCN News, I'm Leah Cooper.
Progressive Liberal Party leader Philip Davis responds to reports surrounding WSC Executive Chairman Adrian Gibson awarding substantial contracts to his fiancée, labeling them as deeply concerning. He says on the basic facts, there is evidence of breaches of the Bribery and Corruption Act. Mr. Davis is calling on the Attorney General and the Commissioner of Police to uphold their statutory duties and instruct the Anti-Corruption Unit at the Royal Bahamas Police Force to launch an investigation immediately.
These are extremely serious allegations, which is why the penalties include fines and imprisonment. Mr. Gibson's actions, which have been revealed to date, show that Mr. Gibson is not fit to hold public office. If the Prime Minister thinks that this scandal will go away and continues to support Gibson's re-election, there is no clearer indication of the character of the team the Prime Minister chooses to surround himself with.
PLP candidate for Freetown, Wayne Monroe QC, also chiming in, saying that Mr. Gibson's response is wholly inadequate.
It is the case that these allegations were afoot before the House was dissolved and before elections were called. And certainly the Prime Minister, having decided that his only portfolio would be to ensure that his ministers and members of the government were not corrupt, had a duty to act.
Asked if PLP government will investigate these matters if elected in the next general elections, Mr. Monroe says this.
Whoever the government is, allegations of corruption ought to be the subject of investigations. Mr. Davis's call for those entities to do their job, and certainly they ought to do it. And if they do not do it, then I'm quite certain that the PLP administration will ensure that the police do their job in investigating the matter. Because as I say, police investigations aren't supposed to depend on any political color or any particular time of year or any such matter. If somebody were to commit a crime, the police are to investigate in a timely basis in terms of securing evidence and making sure that we get the best possible case to go to court if that turns out to be the case.
Mr. Monroe says the FNM came to power as a government of transparency, but he says the people have not yet seen that. You're watching JCN News. Stay with us.